Hello.
Okay, get that out of the way.
And if the feed is blurry or
Please let us know.
something, please let us know.
Is that way we know to check things out?
Any technical
We
issues?
have Michael and Rich joined. Hey, no.
Good morning. Be doing
that's
plates
other
and
clay.
cups today.
Yes. There we go.
Order for 24 8 to 10 ounce cups.
Yep. And we need to do an 8-inch plate.
The native plate. I'm sure that must sound really good.
Oh yeah, charming.
Toe.
Too small. I cannot cut pieces off the right
Morning,
size.
Bridget.
Hello. Freaking hell. There. 8-inch plate.
I need one toe.
Yeah, you don't need two.
One came along for the ride. There.
Meow, ow.
Michael. Good morning.
There we go. And more clay.
And more clay.
Crack. 6-ounce cups. And the 8-ounce cups. So it'd probably be what? 15 ounces of clay?
Yeah, sounds good. 15, 17.
Now I'll cut you off a 15-ounce piece. Versa and Versa. Go.
Plates to make the big
Pancake.
pancake. Very centered pancake. There is my sponge. There it is.
You get the right color one.
High speed. I don't think that's the right variety.
Might be a porcelain sponge.
Yeah, that was porcelain.
The sponges make different sounds.
Also, when they're dry, they're very
Or
hard.
Alexander doing. Hello.
Okay, what's the...
What? Oh, I admire your talents and skill.
Oh, thank you. Is the video coming through okay today?
Everything looked clear. I mean, we apparently see a slightly different version of the feed. So it's always a thing of whether or not it's actually presenting clear to non-local output. Words.
Yeah, or if it's looking fine once it gets up onto Facebook.
Yeah.
Mind you, also on YouTube. So if it's too blurry on Facebook, you can always watch it on YouTube or Twitch.
And that one will have an Isnic type pattern on it. At least when it comes to the 24 cups, you get to make a variety of shapes.
Or can't.
You can. They don't have to be 24 the same.
Well, the cups should be similar, but the design that's going to go on them. They're all to be woodwows, but they can be all different woodwows.
Ah, got it. Jim Digger Jenkins.
Easy for you to say, huh?
No, apparently not.
Words. They're in there. They come out of your fingers, not out of your mouth. Is that it? Good at writing.
No, this morning at one point I typed between rather than better, and I looked down at my hands and go, why?
It wasn't a better word.
No, it was supposed to be better. It came out between, and I'm like, why?
Bubble. There's an air bubble. Air bubbles are bad. Air bubbles make things go boom in the kiln. Because, well, air expands.
Clay does
doesn't.
not.
Grrr. sure you get the bottom well compressed so it doesn't crack.
This cracking is different.
Cracking makes it part of the archaeological record.
Makes it part of a clay deposit in the yard.
Well, as I said,
Yeah.
part of the archaeological record.
Yes. Maybe someday we'll have a pug mill, which is what you use to mix clay.
It's
Because
a big clay mixer.
it's a big clay mixer.
But those are like 5 to
Those
10
are really
thousand.
expensive.
Yeah, well, if you think about the power it takes to be a clay
Yeah, and
mixer.
the durability of the parts.
Yeah, because you're doing like 100, 200 pounds at a time. That's a lot.
And yes, you can recycle clay by hand, but it is very, very wearing. And it takes a lot of time.
I always tell students is if they want to recycle clay, it's free.
Free clay. All you have to do is recycle it.
Yeah.
Mel Jones and Andrea Scott. No.
Morning. And now on to 24 cups.
24 8-ounce cups.
Let's see how fast I can do these.
Well, let's see if I cut you off the right size piece of clay.
You. There. Because all the uneven stuff always comes up out the top. And then you just cut it off.
Looks like it'll be the right size piece.
Should be.
In which case, I will start cutting off a lot of them.
Yep. And we'll have a slight village.
Two.
Well,
it makes it easy. Yes.
These are for the upcoming Baron and Baroness of Alicia. They're going to be their gift items.
3. We have Danielle Norris. No. Okay. Next chunk of clay. And of course, it's not the right size. Yeah, it's the right size now? Almost. Stop, no.
Guys have questions? Feel free to ask.
Randall Fitzallen joined. No. And will you be wanting me to set that one aside so that you can see it in reference for all future examples?
One honorary piece of clay. There we go.
Okay, so that'll be the shape for the next 23 pieces.
This one's low or high.
What? Oh, it's the chains off of Twitch. Hello there.
Hello.
It's got a little monkey emote. It's kind of cute.
How are you this morning?
We'll get people watching on the different platforms.
I think it's cool.
Yeah. Nope, too much clay. Making 24 of this shape. We had John Flynn, Jennifer Zika, Maura Vanderlinden. Hello, everybody.
Okay.
I'm great. How are you?
We don't have any snow or rain or ice today.
Yeah, it's pretty mild out there.
Pretty mild.
Getting
After fighting with my computer for about an hour.
Oh, I know.
It kept not wanting to log into the network, which meant I didn't have internet access.
Its idea when it came to the internet today was maybe not.
It would log in, stay logged in for 30 seconds, and
I don't know what it is with you and your machine.
yeah.
But yeah, it kind of did slip. And we have one of those.
Yeah.
That's okay.
I have one thing to say to that. Well, I guess there's people out there,
Yep.
but they don't have to. They can
I
find someplace else to peddle their words.
Yes.
Two down, 22 to go.
Yep. Well, you know what I can do? Is this. Here. Ooh. There. And got rid of that.
Good.
Wasn't able to figure out immediately how to get to the chat to hit the band, but what I did, I was able to hide the stream, hide that section.
Yeah, because that's
Unnecessary.
yes.
And then we have more Gwendolyn things and Emiliana join. Hello.
Morning. How are people doing? Let me know if there's any problem with blurry feed or anything, or the video freezing.
Go this. Because the thing is it wasn't actually coming up in the chat window over here, which is interesting.
Yeah.
Don't mind my quietness right now. I'm trying to.
We had
We had a troll.
We had a troll. Someone with inappropriate comments.
Yep.
And that is to be dealt with right away. like putting a damper on
Oh,
things,
goodness,
though.
I know.
That's just
Nah.
meh.
But that is their goal.
But to be removed?
To put a damper on things.
Yeah.
As I said, the interesting thing is while that was coming up through here, it was not. I've not been able to find that on.
That's weird.
Yeah. I've not been able to find it over here.
I'll have to look that up later.
Yeah. Okay, good. It don't seem to be causing any lag. And we had method joint. Hello.
Good morning.
Oh,
A
I
hike.
got a heart going across the screen.
That's nice. Next.
We had Charlotte Hall. Hello.
No.
So that is piece number 5 in your hands.
Only 19 more to go.
You think you'll have the energy to get all of them? Wait, is there
Sure.
There it is. I should put them up one shelf.
It's not like they're big or taxing or anything.
Nope.
It's fairly friendly solid.
Yep.
Texture wise, even if it has been kind of ornery this morning.
Yeah. Better cut you some more pieces before I before you run out pieces there. Finish cutting off up this chunky clay. Slice.
Got the air bubble. Air bubbles are bad.
Yep, yep.
There's lots of air bubbles in this bag.
That is interesting.
Unusual for this clay.
Yeah. It's more frequent in Grecian clay, isn't it?
Yeah. And for there to be like
Inclusions.
inclusions. Yes. There you go.
And I have Theodore Scott joined. Hello. Going up.
Cups.
Oh, almost lost my slipper. God damn it.
An order for 24 8 10-ounce gallonless cups.
Yeah. So that's 5, 6.
Already finished the plate for an order. Different order, that is.
Yes. Right. That one's the right size. So if I move that off of the bottom, off the scale before I cut the next one. There we go.
So, go. Not exactly the recommended method there. for doing the initial opening.
But you can do that because you have very strong thumbs.
I've built up a lot of muscles in my
pieces of
thumbs. I guess being a potter means that you have large muscles.
And that you could easily do things like crush offenders.
I'm good at giving firm handshakes.
Yeah, the expression that one person made was quite amusing. They shouldn't have tried
their hand in friendship. I gave them a nice firm handshake.
Yes.
And there was the kid, probably about 19 or 20. Younger than my kid, so he's a kid.
Yeah.
Sarah was going on about.
Yeah, potters have the grip of death. That did pleasure to him. No.
And well, so one of them goes, "Oh, I don't believe you
Your
older
hands
than
can't
his,
be that
I was
strong.
older than his mom. My hands couldn't possibly be that strong." So it's okay, fine. And so, well, he goes, "Oh, it's not that bad. Okay." Grip a little tighter. Oh, no, still not bad. Okay. Grip tighter. Because it's not grip and release, it's grip and hold.
Yeah.
To the point where
Becky's John.
kids' eyes started to bug out. And his friends were laughing at him. Little old lady squeezed his hand so hard it hurt. Yeah. My youngest son, he always wanted to play Thumb Wars with me when he was little.
He never learned.
He eventually did. This okay, fine. That's good. But you always win. It's yeah. I could hold his thumb down just now so he couldn't get away. With my thumb. A's.
Becky's Johnson. Okay, so there you go. 6 there. 7, 8. Let's see how many balls of play we've got here now.
1/3 of the way there.
10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15.
He is kind of bizarre.
My apologies. It is the end of the bag.
Oh.
And it is a bag that has been opened.
No, I'm just saying the consistency.
It's odd.
It's odd.
Well,
look at this.
Yeah, it's lumpy.
And I've had air bubbles.
I don't know. Now I've also completely drawn a blank as to the number I just counted up to.
8, I think is what it was.
No, 8 is what you're throwing. I counted the lumps that I measured as well. So 10, 12, 14, 15. I need to do another 9 pieces. Though it wouldn't actually hurt to do a few extra.
Yeah.
That way we can pick out the ones that are outliers.
Yeah, the 9 closest matching ones. The 24.
Yeah.
You said 9, so my brain just
I need to cut off 9 more. Go.
I didn't pick up any chunks. No chunk errors today.
That was... When gaming terminology invades your thirstier life. out. 8 more pieces. Minimum. Seven. Six. Five. That one's much too big.
It's starting to rain.
It is? Huh, sure enough.
I was looking at some drop down. Oh, yeah, rain.
4.
Or I just saying you hadn't. Was it raining?
Well, we did have a chance of showers today.
Yep.
3. Oh, come on, be the right weight. 2. Oh, got a little smear of the dark clay on it. Cool. Yep. 1. I'm developing quite a sizable wall of clay blocks there.
Yeah.
And there, that should be minimum number of pieces. Do 1 more here.
Also, it'd be nice if it stopped raining long enough to move the front yard.
Yeah.
One thing's lawn. It is a yard, though.
It's field. Because lawn implies all one sort of plant, like grass-like plant.
Oh, I'm sure there's several different varieties of grass.
Oh yeah. There's also broadleaf plants, aka weeds. It is not a manicured yard. Stay. Do not roll over and play that. Yep. What I can do at this point is wash my hands off so I can actually utilize keyboard and mouse without leaving any more clay on my mouse and keyboard than I already have.
Yeah. But
Oh, wow!
trolls have to be dealt with right away. There we go.
You know what? See, yellow like that and we'll pick you up.
With comments like that, it's like happy Monday, everyone.
True,
Sorry,
it's
that's
Monday.
just kind of like.
Ugh. Okay, cat. Gonna get down. There we go. All the way off the shoulder. There we go. And you know where things are on the screen, hide them, don't you, kids? Get tail. Yes, so, say hello to the camera there, Des.
Silly beast.
There we go. This will work up into the point where I have to lift more pottery onto the drying shelf.
This down here, that way I can have it done up there, so you don't have to
Yeah.
soon.
As soon. Yes, I know. There's another storm rolling in. Ow. That's my leg. The fur fly. Did I stop? Yeah. 8, 9 on the shelf. One there that makes 10. That makes that one the 11th piece.
Oh, it's not
Nope, back onto the desk, cat. I can get this one back all the way up where it should be.
Go.
And the next one, since Kat decided she's just going to hang out
On the desk.
on the desk.
Yep.
In front of one of the monitors, but not blocking anything for a change. Not like the time where I was trying to read something off the screen and she situated her head between what I was reading and my face.
Yeah.
Got a couple of little thumbs up marks going up the screen.
Cool.
Thank you for the likes. I know, I'm paying attention to the screens and not to the cat.
I know.
I'm
Poor beauty.
terrible. Get. So that's the ears are remaining in shot here. Hello, Colored. You're just within shot. Yes, you are, you silly cat.
Stick to the back. Because it helps when you talk to the mic.
she's decided that the desk is an excellent place to hang out.
Is she being a ham?
Yes. And she's playing, like Jaws, along the bottom edge of the screen.
Let's see.
Don't rub against things hanging off the back of the computer.
It's just the way she
It's an adapter, not a cat toy.
Christopher talks about her doing that on his desk. He has a lot more to knock over.
Yeah. You didn't need this, right? Right? Crash. How about this? Thud.
Got another person joining. Good morning. I can't quite see the name.
That was Chris Gulliver. That's the one I read off.
Oh, okay. Let me see how.
There's also a cat who's hanging out between you and the bottom part of that area.
Yep.
Yes, exactly like that.
Stick to the bat, you stupid piece of clay. There. Take that.
Well, at least no chunks flew off in my direction this time.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, I still haven't gotten clay off the screen from the time that happened a few months ago. It's always remembering to do it when the screen's off. Rather than looking at it and going, yeah, that's not a comma or a period. Because there's times where they've lined up perfectly on the lines of text on the screen. And I've actually thought that they were punctuation. There was one time I kept trying to delete the space. Delete the period on the screen, and it wasn't. Let's drag that over here to the other screen. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, Sir Mugar joined. By peer around the cat.
Doing cuts.
Yep. The goal of today is to complete the order for 24 8-ounce cups.
For the upcoming Baron and Baroness Alicia.
2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13 are thrown here, and almost finished number 14. So you're over halfway now.
I only have 10 more to go.
And actually, I think you have 11, maybe 12 more pieces there.
Okay.
Going up.
Get the goo up the hands. Use our wipe my hands off in between each piece. That way I don't get the piece of clay wet and it will have even less chance of sticking to the mat.
Now we just have the cat ears strobing in the bottom corner here. You have a dirty foot? Probably throw with the Grecian clay next.
Yeah.
Oh, which reminds me, I should rotate it. Oh, there's a comment on the other side of the cat. Emily Page Taylor, watching you throw is so mesmerizing. Yeah, spinning things. Spinning things are always, they always suck you in.
Yeah. Thank you for the comment.
There we go. That's what I put in the clay. As the last batch of our Grecian red clay was a bit dry when we first received it, so every time we bring in a bag of that, we're having to add a little bit of water to the bag and rotate it for a few days. Once every 8 to 12 hours. Get it to absorb the water evenly.
That clay does.
Yeah, luckily that clay does that. I mean, if we'd had that issue with the black clay, you just have to suffer through it being not terribly throwable.
Yeah. You have to suffer through all the sore muscles that it causes.
Yeah.
That's what that means.
Yeah, because when you have hard clay, it gives you sore muscles in the hands, arms, back, legs.
Yeah, because I'm bracing.
Chewy back.
Notice the way I'm sitting and the way I brace my arms. I brace my arms with my legs. Yeah. Well, some of these bats are getting a little
Long in the tooth.
yeah.
Yeah, well, we've been probably getting rid of what 1-2 a month
Yeah.
because there's just the series of older ones that are aging out,
Aging out. I see.
cracking in half.
Cracking most of the way in half, and then I just finish the job so they don't get put back in the pile.
In fact, this one is one of those bats because
There's about a half a dozen ones like
that
that.
one you
Yeah.
can see the really lovely crack. Let's see if I can get the light to hit it. Yeah. Because, well, we flex the bats and pop them off on the dry and they'll develop the cracks. Generally from there to there.
This one has 1, 2, 3 cracks on it right now.
Ah, there's a fourth one.
There isn't one over here.
Okay, so there's
There's
just 3. So it's interesting when they developed 3 fault lines.
Fault lines, much like earthquakes.
Yeah. And
Until
eventually the 2 tectonic plates just gonna crack apart. And you have a dead bat. Yeah, Mimi Hernandez Alvear. No. Cat. You're not gonna do much good sniffing at the spinning pot on the screen there, beastie. She's like, what's this?
It's moving.
Well, it's better than the times where she's like tried to catch the cursor on the screen. Because somebody's a ditz. And it's back in the lab. And yeah, we're gonna have to trim your claws.
Roses are all leafing out.
It's a bit early for them to start.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna knock it. This would be pretty, having the roses bloom sooner.
Yeah.
You're gonna hold my hand. At least this year we didn't have the apple tree decide to bloom in December.
Or January.
Or January. It's like, tree, you're drunk. I know the weather's been weird, but seriously? It did bloom again at the proper time.
Can't do that.
Ugh, yeah. And that is pretty much how much cleaning the bats get.
Ever.
I think I have got cat fur in my nose again. I wonder how that happened. Yes, there's someone in the kitchen.
Good morning.
Hello. Is there somebody doing stuff in the kitchen?
No.
Oh my goodness. Such an intent cat peering around my shoulder.
It's the biggest cat of them all in there.
Yep.
It's a CJ.
Hi. And of course she's standing on my hand.
Mm-hmm.
Just don't worry, human. I got this. Yeah, she's gonna go inspect. Oh. Oh, there's the one plate in the corner, so there's actually one fewer cuts on the shelf than I thought there was. 3, 5, 7, 10, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. So no, there are no spare ones.
Okay.
Do you want me to cut you a piece so that the grand total comes up to 25?
Sure.
But I managed to hide the plate behind a wall of cups. So it was getting counted to the cuts, so thus my numbers were off.
Ah.
Two. One more 16-ounce piece. There we go. Whittling down that pile of clay hoops there. So it means that order was precisely 1 bag of clay.
Interesting.
Because we were measuring them off at 16 ounces.
Yeah.
And a bag of clay is 25 pounds. Approximately.
Yeah.
Yeah, some sort of more up here. I think I'll have space for them all on the shelf.
Oh, that's good.
I may have to start getting creative or moving those. I could move the black cups to the other room.
Yeah, you could.
Cause gotta need that space. Those are them. Those of you who may have caught one of the earlier streams. This is what the black clay looks like when it's about 90% dry.
Once it comes out of the kiln, it's much darker in color. And after the glaze fire, it's both black. There's some chunks in here. Picked up some chunks off the bag. Be able to grab 5 this trip.
Should be able to get the last of them with one more trip.
Oh, good. That one right there.
Ah, fudge. Turns out there was one more cup up here than I thought there was. It was blending in with the new stoneware pieces.
That's fine.
There you go. What I can do is this. It's color comparison between freshly thrown and piece that is probably about 75% dry. You can see where it still kind of goes through that dark stage at the bottom before it gets lighter again. Goes back there. This one comes this way. And this one goes in the other room to dry.
Do of the hands. Get the next bag. I'll give her that. Here's the wrong pile. Once again, the ladder. Up, down,
Down the ladder.
Let's get exercise, alright?
Right.
Better for you than for me.
Yeah, I'm not the one with the bad knee. Oh, that's a rattly bat. That's also not one of the smaller ones. That's one of the larger bats.
I know, it's got in the wrong pile.
Huh. Well, you did use one of the larger ones the other day because somebody wanted the 11-inch plate.
Yes.
The 11-inch ones get thrown on a larger bat because that way they're a little more stable.
Yeah.
Good.
Maybe.
There isn't. Or I made sure to move all the other greenware off of there before we started. Because I knew we were going to be throwing a lot of pieces. So, you have thrown between the one plate and all the cups so far for 53 minutes so far. Because he wanted to see how fast you could get them thrown.
Yeah.
4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 18. So that is your 21st piece so far today. Oh, the throwing rings. And all the history of the different colors of clay on the bat itself there.
Yeah. And
It's cool looking. Because the pattern on that particular bat is also off-center. The splatters are not, looking for the word, symmetrical.
go.
Next.
Eggs.
Only 6 more pieces left to go.
And it's reaching way down there.
Oh yeah, you're actually gonna have to. You're gonna have to switch to the larger bats, aren't you? Okay, that one was just in the wrong stack. Because the ones in that section will be the larger ones.
Yeah.
Because I separated them all out last time we read straight in the
They've
corner. I don't. They've stayed arranged, which I'm impressed.
unusual.
Yeah. See, oh, actually, I know where another bat is. It's still on the bandy wheel. There we go. There's another bat for you.
So it looks like I might be stopping at the end of this unless I want to use all the big bats as well.
And well, when you finish with these cups, you will have thrown well over 20 pieces. Probably be a wise thing for your muscles to stop.
Probably. hasn't been a particularly good bag of somewhere here.
My apologies.
Go figure.
Yeah. There's natural variation in clay. As well, they measure out the same ingredients and put it through the same formulation and manufacturing
They also
process.
do it in large batches.
They do it in huge batches.
Yeah.
I think I read at one point it's like 5 tons or something like that. They go into the mixer at a time.
Yeah, it's huge.
5-ton batch. And then the clay has to age after it's being done mixed. So all the elements can be properly hydrated. Wrong Cleveland, Jordan. Hello.
Hello. Surviving the snow up there, I hope.
I know. I've been seeing all the pictures of snow from people up north.
Yeah.
It's a case of we had a 1/4 inch of hail. Slushy hail, snow pellets.
Yeah, we had a little bit. We had a.
I've never seen the term snow pellets before.
If you look at it, they were.
They were little balls of slush coming down.
Yeah.
No, we don't have a chance to get any of those like cool pictures of people with their costumes in the snow that I've been seeing come through the feed last couple of days. It's like, that's just cool. Downright cold, actually, because some of that snow looked rather deep. And it is better for our clay that we haven't gotten snow.
Yeah.
It's not good for
It has been getting
consistency.
down to freezing below, which is not friendly for the clay, really.
No.
Which could be why the clay's being kind of finicky. Even after it's come inside and becomes room temperature, it still is
Odd.
Yeah.
Yeah, because this time of year we actually bring the bags of clay in a day or 2 in advance of doing the throwing. Because out there, maybe in the 30s or 40s, but you don't want to throw with ice cold clay.
No.
And neither of us want to touch it at that temperature. Travis Rogers joined.
And so,
got a couple of hearts going across the screen.
Thinking about it. But sometimes you just have to talk to the clay.
Sometimes you yell at the clay. Those are generally the pieces that let go of the bat repeatedly. Sometimes they let go of the bat when they're partly thrown.
Like this, all of a sudden I'll be holding the half-thrown piece.
Yeah. Mind you, you've gotten pretty good at just, managing to
Stick them back down.
smack it back down and get it to stick. Little Billy. Hello. Staring out the window while you throw.
Nothing to look at.
Nothing exciting. Just the pretty bluffs.
As it's slowly getting more and more overcast.
Yeah.
And it's starting to drizzle.
Yeah, I've noticed the raindrops on the window. This is not quite as windy as it was earlier.
Yeah. Clouds got here.
Yeah. It seems to be the pattern last couple of winters. Like, oh, here's the wind. There must be a storm coming in. Storms arrived, no more wind. We have had a couple of combos where we had the driving rain.
Mm-hmm.
That was not terribly pleasant. There's this stage of cylinderness there.
You will behave.
And then the shape goes in. Whoop.
And then trim off the
And
unevenness.
yeah, the unevenness comes off.
Because all the unevenness from all the way to the bottom works its way up to the top. And then you cut it off.
So if you don't center your clay well to begin with, you will be constantly cutting off unevenness.
Or if you have lumpy clay.
Or if you have lumpy clay.
This whole bag, it's just
I'm
been
so
that way.
sorry.
That towel's reached sogginess. Time for dry towel.
It has filled its goo meter. It goes into the basket.
Yeah. Stop it! Clay dust gets into the foot pedal.
And then it doesn't want to stay in its off position. Next day or two, the Greek clay here should be ready to throw.
Oh, that's good. Stick.
The black clay has a lot of inertia. It likes to keep being the moisture that it's currently at. It does not like changes. The red clay, the Grecian color, goes,
oh,
you want water? Sure. I will moisten back up from pretty much bone dry. No problem. Yeah. So dogs enjoy. Hello. That's another bat that's ticking.
Yeah, well, this one has some pretty severe cracks.
It's another one that's not long for the world.
It may be its last spin, as it were.
So, in other words, be careful when I'm popping that one off the bat to see whether or not I end up snapping the bat.
Yeah. I don't think it'd be so much of a snap as just
that sad little crunchy separating fiber sound.
Yeah.
Because the bats, they're made out of masonite.
And well, they don't last forever.
No. Have the top shelf full, and the next one down is full. The rest of these are going to be going on the bottom shelf. Well, there's 3 shelves that are dedicated for things going onto them, which are completely out of shot. And we have these storage shelves, which are the next 3 down from that. It's beneficial having the drying shelves up further. For one thing, they're less likely to get knocked by knees or cats or moving things around in the room. And the air up there is warmer.
Particularly this time of year. Yeah, heater comes on.
Yeah.
More often.
Came on a lot yesterday.
Well, yeah, it was cold yesterday.
Only 3 more pieces?
Yeah.
Cool.
And I have 4 bags.
Oh, cool. So you ended up having enough.
Yeah. I'll have 1 extra.
You would have had just the right number if that one large bat hadn't been in the wrong pile. Yeah, Chris, how to enjoy. Hello.
Hello.
There's the cool spiral going up in there.
Because I press down with my thumbs and then pull them out as I'm pulling it up.
So you're using both your thumbs and the inside of your hands to pull up with that first pull?
Like going down. Yeah, because I'm going up like that.
Because I can see the muscle tension in the backs of your hands when you're doing that.
Press the bottom flat. Press the bottom of the cup.
Make sure that there's no weird ribbles on the inside of the bottom.
Also makes the bottom stronger.
compression on the bottom of the pieces is really important to keep the piece from cracking when it's drying.
When they're most likely to crack is in the winter.
Due to the less stable drying conditions.
Also, air pressure, and when you're firing, you have weather.
Yeah.
All of the
Because
above.
it's not so much the ambient temperature that causes issue with firing in relation to weather, as much as it is the wind chill factor.
The wind.
So wind can can steal the heat from the kiln and can slow it down by several hours of firing.
I need water.
Oh, do I need to refill your bucket?
Yeah. It's kind of more that half full kind of thing. Yeah.
The label on the bucket's gone completely, so you can't even tell what spice it used to be. I think it was like Italian seasoning. Only one more piece after this one.
Yep. Squeeze.
Now this is one of the plays, which is the reason why she has the callus over the entire surface of the inside of her hands. Because this clay has 60 in its name. 60 refers to its
60
grit.
As in 60
grit sandpaper. It's wet sandpaper.
Yes.
Actually, I had one student who had particularly soft hands.
Oh,
It
yeah.
actually did scrape her hands because
My hand started to bleed. I'd never seen that before or since.
she must have had really thin skin on her hands.
Yeah. It was right on here.
Yeah.
Her hand is on the
She was
back.
she was probably also pressing her hand into the top of the bat a lot.
Yeah. But still.
Yeah.
It was.
She was pleased as punch with the whole thing, and she's like, "Look, battle wounds!"
I was the one.
You were horrified. She was like, "Look, it's cool. It's real. I'm bleeding."
Her husband wasn't terribly amused, though.
No. It's you hurt yourself, and it's like, but I'm having fun.
I've never seen that happen before.
No. And I mean, you've taught like little kids.
And adults of all ages.
Yeah, I mean, I think the youngest you taught was what? I think the kid was like 4 or 5. Required a lot of assistance because, well, they just didn't have the upper body strength yet.
But they wanted to do the same thing to
Because
their older siblings.
Yeah, their older siblings. You weren't gonna leave the little sibling out.
No. Sorry, and the other was the little lady who must have been 70.
80. And she said she was 80. And she just had a blast.
Oh, yeah. Didn't bother her skin.
No, I mean, elderly skin, it gets really delicate.
Yeah.
Okay, last piece, Mom.
Last piece. Yay.
Should I put the example piece up on the shelf at this point?
Yeah.
Go.
There it is.
And then we can, like, have lunch.
Yeah. Details like eat.
Yeah, eat.
Is it the word in the words of Garfield foodie tradition?
Yes. Okay, in this form now goes in the It's Been Thrown pile.
It's from one of the Garfield books.
Garfield's Thanksgiving.
Ah, yes.
I even remember which one it
Oh,
was.
Christopher loved that book. I read that one so
Every night for several years.
With you, it was green eggs and ham. There was a time I could recite.
It wasn't
the
just
entire...
green eggs and ham, though, because it was also the Sneetches book.
Yes. Yeah, because with you, it was never just one book.
Yeah. Well, the speeches in those were actually shorter than the Garfield's Thanksgiving.
And also, one fish, two fish.
Yes. One fish, two fish, red fish, blue fish.
Old fish, new fish. I don't remember past that anymore.
Yeah. But you got in trouble with me a couple of times when you were reciting the book without turning the pages.
See, that way I can tell if you're still awake or not. Or change the words to see if you're paying attention.
No, I'm not okay with that. It's still something that bugs me when, I listen to a different rendition of a song than I'm used to. And like, change some of the words. Change some of the words.
Usually the first time I did it was an accident. Oh. So you weren't really asleep after all. So now.
It was a litmus test whether or not I was asleep.
If you didn't correct me. Or notice I hadn't turned a page.
Then it was safe to sneak it out.
The book. Yeah.
Yeah, and soda joint. Hello. This is the last cup of the day. After 25 8-ounce cups, one plate. How's your back feeling?
It's really okay.
Okay, good. Considering the average number of pieces is 17. Just checking to make sure that you hadn't made your back sore.
Oh, I'll be able to tell when I get up.
See how creaky you are.
Yes.
Well, you didn't make the creaky sound when you sat up, so it can't be that bad.
Yeah.
Okay, and with that is the last of the things for today.
Bye.